Hello, friends and neighbors. Swaggy Man Piper 1926 here. Happy Monday. Mirth Monday, folks. I figured I'd take and do this just a hair different than normal. I just got done. Well, not just got done, but on my way to this, where I'm currently sitting, I was listening to Curmudgeon's video he just put up and realized I have not made a video to smoking cardboard. So this is going to be a Mirth Monday plus a VR to smoking cardboard, and I'll tell you a couple little family stories that you may or may not get a chuckle out of. Smoking a jumbo. An eBay find. Big old bowl. And in it, good old Prince Albert. So, my grandpa on my dad's side, he grew up in the 30s. And this is a story I was told when I was young, so I don't remember exactly the full tail end of it, of what happened. But when him and his brother Leslie were playing one day, and apparently they were playing kind of rough with what would have been considered some neighborhood boys. And that boy's mother went to my great-grandmother and basically got my grandpa and his brother in trouble. That they were being too rough or too mean or something. But the way Papa always told her, he said she was just a real nosy woman anyway. Okay. So they get together, or my Uncle Leslie and Papa, they get together and they say, all right, we'll fix her. Well, back then, you could buy 22 blanks at like the little hardware store. So they acquired some change and went up and bought a box. And I'm assuming that they had a little pistol or a little rifle. And waited for that woman to come around. And whenever she was, in kind of vision shot and near, my papa raised the gun and said, I've had enough of you. I went pow, 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 and my Uncle Leslie fell. Well, this, of course, if you can imagine, drove this woman just plain crazy, and she ran screaming to my great-grandmother to tell her what she had seen. Well, shortly behind her come Papa and Uncle Leslie, just as fine and grinning as could be. See, that's the part I don't remember what my great-grandmother would have said, but gracious, I would have been 7 or 8 when I was told this story. But they were apparently a pair of ornery boys, like most boys. Which brings me to on the other side of the family. So my mother's mother, whenever, and I've been told this story, I can't tell you how many times, whenever she had received her driver's license, so it would have been about the mid-50s, she had the car and she thought, okay, well, I'm going to go pick Dad up from work. And I think my great-grandpa, he might have walked to work. It wasn't that too far away, 10-15 minute walk. But to be able, because he was he worked in a brickyard, and this is a pretty big business at the time, and there were train tracks where they'd move a brick. Well, to be able to get to where he was, she'd have to go over the train tracks and then drive up into the factory area there. And she took and drove over one set of train tracks fine, but she hit the second ones wrong and got stuck. Newly licensed 16-year-old, and my grandmother will panic anyway in her time now, so I can't imagine what a 16-year-old would do, especially on live tracks. I don't think they ran very fast through there, but still, she thought for sure that the car was going to be smashed by a train. But thankfully, to the kindness of some men either getting off or coming on shift, they helped her get that car over the tracks. So, another little story that I was told quite a bit, matter of fact, because I remember playing with this toy, was my dad, or it was my dad's, but it was one of the little guitars, or not a guitar, but shaped like a guitar with a crank on the end, and it played a little tune. I don't remember what it was, but there was some road work up the main road that went by my grandparents' house, and I think they said that it would have been about 4 or 5, and he disappeared. Where's Ricky? I don't know. Well, there he come, grinning with that little toy guitar, his pockets bulging with coins. Apparently, he had been up there playing that little, running the little crank on the guitar, singing songs, and those men would tip him, I think, nickels and dimes, which, let's say, it's been about 50, probably about around 1960. So, that still went pretty far there. And pockets bulging, they said, in his overalls. Well, hope you all have a good Monday. Hopefully it's not too hot. We've had a bunch of rain here recently. So, if y'all don't know Smokin Cardboard, go look him up. He's a fine feller. Hope y'all have a good Monday. And remember, kindness costs you nothing.